So, good afternoon. We are back again with another transfer video, first of three on the channel today. I've got a video coming up about Kieran Tierney. He is said to have signed a new contract with the Arsenal, Kieran Tierney FC. He actually played really well for Scotland last night in what was just a bore fest for an England fan. Hence why I've gone to my adopted country, Algeria. And it's actually better watching Algeria than it is watching England. So big up all the Algerians out there. And yeah, that was really, really poor last night. Really poor. I don't understand what Southgate was doing. It's almost like watching Arsenal, if I'm honest. Slow, boring, sideways, predictable football. Everyone's scared to go forward. Just an absolute washout. And Scotland wanted it more. They were kind of unlucky in the end not to nick a win. But it is what it is. There is 3 games of football on today. So the Tierney video will be dropping at 4 o'clock after the first game. And then I've got another video about Andre Silva at 10 o'clock tonight after the last game of the evening. So loads of content to come. Make sure you're subscribed. Road to 60k is on, baby. Big up to all of you lot that have subscribed to the channel. Make sure you stick a like on this video. Pump the likes up. It does help. And I do appreciate it. Also follow my Instagram as well, LeeGunner82. Big up to everybody who's following me on that. Nearly 14.5, I think, something like that. So thanks very much. Make sure you go and check that out. I'm doing a giveaway first week of January on there. So make sure you get yourselves over to my Instagram. But Stanley Kroenke, all of the PR journalists have been putting their tweets out, putting their articles out, basically suggesting this is going to be the biggest overhaul in Arsenal's history. We're going to spend £250 million. And Mikel Arteta is being trusted to be the leader, the orchestrator, the main guy to take us forward with this newfound wealth that we have. I think they're all just jockeying for a seat in the Zoom calls next season. I think that's what it is. Or they're jockeying to get the Josh Kroenke exclusive because, come on, seriously, are we all supposed to believe that an owner and his son that have been at this club for years now, I can't even remember how many years, 14 years since they first bought a share in the company, which it is a company, it's not a football club anymore. And they've been full owners for what, 2 years, 2.5 maybe. And I'm supposed to believe that they are going to go, yep, we're going to give you 250 million, Mikel. Here you go, mate. And the stories I've read about it just make me laugh. The way they the way some of these journalists write their articles, it's just hilarious. It's like they all start off with the same like background story. So I'll give an example. Kieran Tierney, when I was reading about that this morning. Yeah, Kieran Tierney signed for Arsenal back in so-and-so from Celtic where he won it. Yeah, we know all of that, mate. Just get to the point. Has he signed a deal or not? Like, you don't need to write all of this. You know, some of the titles are just hilarious. Headlines and all that. It's just jokes. But this one was the funniest one because we're supposed to believe that an owner that's silent, hence silent Stan, doesn't speak, gets his son to do the talking, who's not the best communicator out there. I'm supposed to believe that these people that have not invested a single penny of their own money into the club are now going to dip in to their bank account, take out 250 million quid to fund 5 players. 5 players. That's what I've read today. 5 players. And them 5 players include James Maddison at 60 million. They include Lokonga at about 17 million. So do the maths. That's 5 50 million pound players. So then when you break it down and think, well, hang on, Lokonga's one that's 17 million. Maddison, that's now, let's say 18 million. And then Maddison 60, that's 78 million pound. There's still 22 million pounds to add on to the next player. So that's now 72 million pounds. If that player's not 50, it rises. We're not going and doing this sort of money. Can I just make that quite clear now? Yeah, and people are saying, oh, you're negative, you're toxic. It's nothing about that. It's about living in the real world, not the world of unicorns, sparkles, and everyone just getting along, because that's not how life works, unfortunately. And we're not going to spend this sort of money. You know, there's journalists that are not affiliated to Arsenal. They're not in the Zoom calls for Mikel Arteta press conferences. They're not sat there trying to get the exclusives from the football club. And them journalists are the ones that tend to have Arsenal news pretty spot on so far, if I'm honest. Over the last couple of years, the ones that have broken stories that have actually come true don't necessarily tend to be the ones that are linked and affiliated to Arsenal Football Club. You know, I remember the Pepe deal. Fabrizio Romano put that out there. That's how I first ever found out about Fabrizio. I said that to him when I had him on the channel. First Arsenal channel to do so, by the way. Big up to everyone who helped make that possible. And yeah, that was the first person I see to put out there that Arsenal were signing Nicola Pepe. David Ornstein said, nah, I'll never forget it. 13th of July. Yeah, 13th of July. I landed at Malaga Airport and Ornstein had tweeted out that we ain't signing Nicola Pepe about 2 hours or an hour after Fabrizio said we had. So the ones that are not necessarily connected to the football club are the ones that tend to get their stories spot on. This story, nah, I'm not buying into it one bit. I think personally, it's the PR machine that rolls through this football club via these journalists. And listen, they might have sources. I'm sure they have little contacts here and there. At the end of the day, yeah, everyone's got a contact. It's how good your contact is, you know. And I don't believe for 1 minute that this football club is going to go and spend 250 million quid in a summer transfer window. You know, we're not doing that. That means we're going to have to go and sign a player for like 80, 90 million quid or 100 million quid. Let's be real. What player is going to want to come to us that's worth 100 million quid? None. So it's all well and good sitting there and writing your articles and saying that we're going to go and spend 250. We're not spending 250. We'll be lucky if we actually spent 100 million. And I'm being straight with it. And when I say spent 100 million, I don't mean after sales. I mean spent 100 million. So yeah, net spend will probably be, I don't know, probably about £12 million, because that's how this football club works. At the end of the day, I would love nothing more than for us to go out and spend a load of money and buy some of the best players in the league or in the world. But I'm not stupid. I know we're not going to do that. I know that, you know, this football club has been running to the ground for maybe 15 years, maybe more than that. You know, we've all got the reasons for why that is. People that watch this channel know my thoughts on it. Arsene Wenger, Ivan Gazidis, the Kroenkes, all between them, they run it into the ground a bit. Then along comes Raul Sinelli. He runs it a bit further. And Edu, Arteta, Vinay, they're all now culpable for continuing that on. And people will sit there and say, yeah, that they're trying to sort all the rubbish out that was left behind. Yeah, cool, great. I'm not going to give you a round of applause for getting rid of some of these players, because at the end of the day, yeah, you've signed some of them. Like, seriously, some of the players that Arteta and Edu have signed is just laughable. You know, it's just a madness. Like, there's loads of stories linking us to Martin Odegaard again today. Why? He ain't good enough. You know, he's just a fashionable name on everybody's lips, and he does the odd little flick here and there. Whoopee. On a proper footballer at this football club. You know, he might look good over in Spain. Oh, he don't, because he can't get in the Real Madrid team, can he? So he had to go to Sociedad, which is probably about his level, if we're being honest. But look, at the end of the day, we'll be still doing these transfer videos, still being linked to everybody, and we'll probably end up signing no one. So if the stories are out there, I'm going to comment on them and I'm going to give my thoughts, and I'd like you to give your thoughts on it. So stick a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Stan Kroenke's £250 million overhaul. Do you buy into it? Do you believe it? Or do you think, like me, it's just an absolute load of crap and all getting people buzzed up? Oh, look, we're going to spend loads of money. We're not going to spend loads of money. We've not got a history of spending loads of money. I don't see that changing now, but it is what it is. Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think on Stan Kroenke's spending spree. Let me know what you think about how much money we're going to actually spend. Leave that down below. Do the total and then do the net. Yeah, leave them in the comment section down below. That'd be good to see what you guys are saying. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much to everyone who has. Make sure you put a big thumbs up on the video. Share the content around. I do appreciate that. And make sure you follow me on Instagram, LeeGunner82. Don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway first week of July. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All have a wonderful day. Don't forget, 4 p.m. I'm back with Kieran Tierney video. And then at 10 o'clock, it'll be the Andre Silva video that I'll be dropping as well. So plenty more to come. If you didn't check out the podcast yesterday, make sure you go and check that out. It was really good with Dan, Chig and Kenny. So make sure you go and check that one out as well. And the other videos yesterday were linked to Hussein Mawar again. This time it's a cut price deal. Cut price. We'll have a cut price deal. Yes. And yeah, enjoy the football. There's three half decent games on today, so I might actually watch all three of them. Have a wonderful afternoon. Don't forget Arteta out and Southgate out as well. Don't forget that fraud.